know much other than that Joyce has resigned.
Hmm.
And as clerk, I am required to run this meeting as we select a new chair of the committee. I think we probably have to resist the temptation to name John Allen the new chair of the committee because he is not here.
Right.
That just, we did it to Joyce and that hasn't worked out very well, so.
I hope it wasn't a health issue.
I don't know anything, I just checked my personal email the other day and had like this flurry of email, I'm like, what? Oh God, I don't know. Very bad timing for me, I'm pretty stressed out, but I believe our alternate has graciously agreed to.
Yeah, Jennifer asked me if
Move
I
up.
would move up. I don't know if that requires anything from the select board.
Yeah, I think we should formally, Bill, maybe at our next agenda, just change you from alternate to a sitting member.
Okay. And or expand the committee.
Correct. Yep. Yep, we can do that too.
I'm not aware of anyone who's been clamoring to get on board.
No, nor am I.
Announce the committee to select the new town manager.
Yeah, I
So
saw that.
there's gonna, it almost makes sense to me for this group to do. We're already here
I
talking
know.
about all the same stuff
It's true.
and no one's gonna wanna do it. But I don't really wanna volunteer for anymore. Do we have any volunteers to be the chair?
I recently have been appointed to a health organization's advisory council on
Cool.
patient and families, so that's gonna keep me pretty busy.
Well, I figured since no one wanted to do either position last time that I would have to move into the chair role, which is actually fine. I don't really want to be in charge of anything, but my last day at work is next week, so I'll have at least some free time for a while till I figure out my next step. So I didn't have really any time to think about any of this for this week, but I would be willing to do it if no one else is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's good.
So I make a motion to nominate Mary for chair of the committee.
I'll second that.
Right, I'm also
I'll
taking
third.
notes. And because we're hybrid, we have to do a voice vote, so we'll start with Molly,
Yes,
Bill,
Yes,
me, abstain.
Yes,
Yeah. Us.
Yes.
So, any volunteers for that one?
Yeah.
Could be the clerk to just do the minutes. They could be a lot less detailed than mine. I just have a sort of history of taking notes and they had to be detailed, so it was a bad habit I couldn't break.
I'm just not sure that I have. I've missed a couple of meetings and probably will have to miss a couple more. This is not the greatest timing for me.
Yeah.
So, I would defer. I could act as a backup. I did last time.
Thank
So,
you.
But, either of you interested in?
I'm not really a great note taker
Neither am I.
and I'm in the middle of my semester grading and whatnot, so.
Well, I was wondering, I don't know the state laws, maybe you do. Why do we have to have minutes when it's recorded?
It's a holdover.
It's handy, I guess, just to
Yeah.
be the gist,
Yeah.
but it's all there if someone really cares what we talked about.
It is, I refer people to it, but it is a holdover. It's the way,
Still required.
it's the way the open meeting law is written.
Mhm.
And they are supposed to show the gist. It doesn't have to be verbatim.
Right,
It just has to be what we discussed or what we decided and enough substance to give a background for why we decided that. But if you could carry on, I didn't bring a pad with me tonight. So if you could carry on at least for tonight.
Yeah, I'll
we can
definitely do it
Figure out
tonight.
a way to,
yeah, and
Sure.
one of, Bill, maybe what we could do, cause like you, I'm, I think I'm on multiple boards, and I'm minute taker for other subcommittees, and so I'd prefer not to take it on, in its entirety. But one of the things that we could do is just rotate it so that, you know, each meeting, somebody different is charged with taking the minutes. That way it's not overly burdensome for one, if that might work for Nancy and John better.
Yeah, that works. Yeah,
Mhm.
yep.
Okay,
Cool.
Okay.
I know that Zoom has AI companion too. It does meeting summaries. We've used it in some of our board meetings and it's pretty good.
nice.
So it gives you a summary of sort of what was discussed and then you can edit it, so.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Have to remember to turn it on before the meeting.
Exactly, but it does a job, so.
Well, that's totally worth it. The one
Yeah.
thing I've noticed that AI is fantastic at is writing.
Yep.
It's not great at facts necessarily,
No.
but it writes a beautiful like
Mhm.
So is this
sonnet.
software that?
Yeah, it's part of Zoom now. It's integrated, yeah. So it had AI companion and it can take notes.
I turned it on for planning board meetings.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I got a 1-page summary
Mhm.
of a 2-hour meeting.
Oh,
Yeah,
When you get down to discussing the wording of
Mhm.
section 22.2.3
Mm.
and whether
Yep.
it should be an and or an or,
yeah, I can imagine.
it doesn't capture that.
Yep,
well, this isn't that kind of detailed
Right.
committee, so it might
yeah,
be good for
it might
us,
be,
because we're
yeah.
generally. I've gotta dig up that little schedule type thing they gave us for what we should generally be talking about. I think we've fallen off the pace a bit, but
Mm,
because we
Yeah,
miss.
I
Yeah.
think next, where we left off was to review the
This-
survey results
Yep.
that came in.
Mhm.
yep,
And where did anyone but Joyce, I know Joyce was sending them around, but I don't know that she sent them all around.
I think I received them all, except the representative from the cultural council. And Joyce had sent an email with it, with the attached cultural council response, but it was never there. And I asked Joyce if she could resend it. This was back in January, I think.
Okay,
Um,
I can try to hunt that one down with Joyce.
Okay. And after next week, I will try, we have, for the other one I'm on, Historical Commission. We have a Google Drive and we keep
Mhm.
all of our records there, and so we could have all this stuff in one place, so we put all the surveys in a folder and. Like Mike Mason's information.
yeah, that'd be
Just so
great.
everything's in one place. And the other, they had recommended that we have. An external web presence and an email address. I can look into that after next week too. Cause I think I didn't have time to read the surveys, but those will be interesting, but I
Mhm.
think we need to also get to a point where we. Tell the town what we're doing and ask if anyone cares. It's always nice to hear from them before we're
Mhm.
in a
So Jennifer
voting
should
situation.
be able to set you up with a page on the
Okay.
website. And I know that she's been sending people out to just do a Gmail.
Yeah,
Which I'm not sure, tech policy wise, I'm not sure I agree with that because I'd like to think it would be better to be a town, but there may be some cap on the emails.
yeah, probably
So-
so many licenses or something.
That seems crazy in this day and age, but that's what I've heard.
Hadley Fogg's
Don't
probably not the best
Don't put
name.
Hadley Fog. It should be
Yeah.
Gmail.
I love that name, but.
It was Hadley Fog this morning, for sure.
Yeah.
What town has more fog than Hadley?
It's true.
My mother always complains when she used to go to work, she'd get over at half to the top of the
Mhm.
bridge and be like, oh, it's a beautiful day.
Mhm.
Yeah, not here.
Hadley and Worcester, they have a
Really?
lot of fog, yep. Yeah, when I lived in Worcester, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So we can get that stuff going. I'm gonna have a call with Pat and Mel and find out. What we should be doing at the next meeting, and then I can draft a real agenda, like Jennifer really just threw this one up there so that we could have the meeting and elect the chair and new clerk. Should we? do a motion and vote for round robin clerking?
Actually, we probably should put that on, the only item on the agenda was chair.
Yeah,
So I think maybe put the clerk on for
next.
your agenda.
All right,
Mhm, okay,
And I didn't think to actually bring copies of the minutes. I had sent them to Joyce. I don't recall if she sent them out as an attachment to the meeting notice of the last meeting.
I know I received them,
I feel like it's, oh, okay.
Okay.
Mm,
the January 23rd minutes.
Yep.
Yes, I think so. I think those are the ones that I did.
Yep, she sent them around.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so do we want to vote on those, or do people need more time to absorb first?
Mm,
We
just gonna
can do
pull-
two
pull
steps
up
next
here.
time. I haven't really
It's like page nine.
read them, but I wasn't at the meeting.
when did she send them? Do you have the date?
I don't know exactly when she sent
Okay,
it, but I
let's
did
see.
print it out.
Oh, here it is. She sent them out on the
Let's see our little
22nd.
printed agenda.
Oh,
I've just, fogged myself lately. Call to order. Oh, it's an easy one, almost done.
So, yeah, let's defer the January minutes to
Yeah.
Okay,
the next
Yeah.
meeting.
yeah, it'll be great to have everything in a Google Drive.
Yeah, I'll get that together.
It's great.
Haven't had time to really focus on this, but now I will.
we want to set a date for the next meeting?
Yes, how's everyone's schedule looking? Mine's wide open.
Well, we had tried to get, what was the
Talk about the
first,
second Thursday in each month.
Were we
Mhm.
doing
But-
twice a month? Or did I imagine that?
we were, and
Yeah.
then that seemed to be,
Too much.
too much.
Mhm.
Once a month is easy.
So, well, today is the first Thursday of the month.
Mhm.
And this is really kind of a makeup for February, so it's not necessarily,
Mhm.
we don't have to stick with this week if people prefer a different week for ongoing.
Right. I don't have any preference between the first or the second Thursdays. Molly and I cannot do the third Thursdays of the month.
Either is okay with me.
Fine with me.
Yeah.
Yep, same here.
So lost. First or second.
Yeah,
So
you have
April
a
third
preference,
or
Alex?
17th?
Nope.
3rd or 17th, any preference? For the next meeting,
What's it?
April 3rd or April 17th?
Actually,
Um,
17th is the third, so it's the third or the 10th.
Yeah, the third of the 10th.
Oh, first or second.
Yep.
Either's fine with me.
So which is it?
Uh,
April,
any
Yep,
objection?
either's okay with me.
Okay,
Yep.
April
let's go with April 3rd.
3rd.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me get back on track.
Yep.
Well, we don't have anything else on our agenda. Is there anything else anyone feels we can do and can address without it being on the agenda?
No, I think just for the next agenda, we can have a clerk,
Mhm.
minutes of
Mhm.
Both
the
meetings.
prior meeting and this meeting,
Mhm.
and then, you can fill it out yourself
Mhm.
based on your conversation with the consultants.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
let's see what
Yes.
the two-
Probably what you want to put down something about the address the responses.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking survey responses and then maybe review the timeline again.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Do we know if the survey responses also got shared with the consultant?
I assume
I think so, yeah.
No idea.
I'll ask. her.
Typically, everything Joyce has distributed to us, she's also sent to Melvin and Pat.
Yeah.
Just look real quick.
About that.
Yeah, they're copied on here.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Melvin and Pat, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yep.
yep, they're copied.
See what they think our next substantive.
Yep.
Matter would be, and I'll try to do an early agenda and then a reminder, that we have a meeting. Because I find this helpful.
Yep.
I lose complete track of the dates very easily.
I know, I can't believe it's March already,
I know it, it's crazy.
and it's mud season. Big
Yep.
time.
Longest
Big time.
I have a question. Is Jennifer Sanders, is that her name?
Jennifer Sanders James.
Jen,
Is that-
is she in charge of sending out agendas or how does it work?
She seems to be in charge of anything that you don't know who else to ask to do.
I'm just curious.
Yeah,
She's
it's the
on
chair's
someone
responsibility.
So the one thing, is she also manages the town's Zoom accounts. So if you
Oh.
want to set up a hybrid meeting, you set it up through her. So what you can do is send your agenda to her in Word,
Mhm.
and then she could paste a Google link in, or a Zoom link into it.
Okay,
And then, whether she sends it back to you or sends it out directly, that's something you can work out with her.
yeah, she's really easy to work with, super helpful. Right. Hope Joyce is okay, I'm,
Yeah.
just busy or something else, but it's sad to see her go.
Yeah,
Appreciate her help.
she's so dedicated.
Yeah. You think once you left the select board, anyone would be done, but people just keep coming back.
I know,
So
yeah,
dedicated.
yep.
I'm just curious, if any status on the search for the town administrator?
I just looked it up because they sent out the
Just
thing
curious.
about,
Mhm,
they're accepting applications. Purged by the 14th, I believe,
mhm.
but I think you can.
But they haven't done interviews.
No, they're just putting the committee together. So if you're
Mm.
interested, I'm sure there'll be room.
Mhm.
Okay, that's all I have.
I'll move to adjourn.
Second?
Okay.
All right, voice vote, Molly.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Molly, you look like a news correspondent. on
Totally.
CNN,
Yeah, totally.
ready for the big story.
Yep.
Funny.
All right, John, adjourn, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.